Trump did one of his press gaggles in Air Force One. You know, he likes gaggling and gaggling. And in this case, Leavitt had to step in to stop the gaggling because Trump was sort of sticking his foot in his mouth. Or the plane was taking off. One or the other. But the timing was convenient, is all I would say. And Trump did need to be stopped because he was asked about the arrest of former Prince Andrew and goes into a tirade about how terrible it is that there's consequences for Prince Andrew. Not how terrible it is that all these people associated with Epstein, not the violations of his public office duties that is the reason for this arrest, not for the allegations against him or the victims related to Epstein, but just like how he said whenever Clinton was brought up, just any investigations, that's the real shame. And I'll show you that in just a second. But first, you'll never guess what Trump feels about the files. He says, you know what? It's been too long. Release all of them. Oh, the alien files. Oh, you thought Epstein. No, alien files. He's going to go ahead and declassify UFO files. Interesting timing.
I would love to have China and Russia. They've been invited. Yeah.
Something that got a lot of...
You need both. You need all persuasions. No discrimination.
Something that got a lot of attention this week. Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
Well,
he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know illegal aliens are real.
Yeah, illegal. Only illegals. What else?
Based on what you've been told.
What? So that was him kind of, but then that gave him an idea. Just the quickest pause to request that you click the subscribe button, the simplest, easiest, freest way, completely free, to support the work that we do. Right below the video, click that subscribe button. Back to the video. Alien files incoming, reports Reuters. Trump ordered government release of UFO records. No, just yesterday. What did I say just yesterday? And then again, we're going to get to the clip of where this press conference ended. But Laura Trump was going, yeah, I think Trump might have a speech planned announcing what he knows about extraterrestrial life, and it could be a big bombshell. And I said, no, I don't care what the government knows. I want to hear about it January 20th, 2029. I want to hear about it when a different president is inaugurated. I don't want to hear about it from him. I don't want his administration to get a big bombshell to distract from all the other bombshells that are terrible for Trump. I don't want to hear about files until we get all the Epstein files. Pretty simple request. But now he's going, I might declassify. Now, before I read more about this, did you hear the logic there? He said Obama did something wrong by literally just stating he knows the stats of aliens being real. And by aliens, otherworldly life. There has to be life outside of Earth. If you believe the size of the universe is what it is, then statistically some Earth would have had to create, or some planet would have had to create life. Okay. That was his main point. He didn't reveal anything classified other than saying there's not aliens at Area 51. I don't know if you could consider that classified. And then Trump both saying, no, he doesn't know anything about extraterrestrial life. And Obama leaked classified information about it. That both those can't be true. But President Donald Trump said on Thursday he would direct federal agencies to begin releasing government files related to aliens and unidentified flying objects, pointing to what he described as strong public interest in the issue. We're going to get the UFO files before the rest of the Epstein files. That's the situation that we're in. No, thank you. No, thank you. He posted, based on the tremendous interest shown, I'll be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and unidentified flying objects, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. Yeah, I'm sure you'd like us talking about that. But then here is Leavitt going, all right, sir, we're about to take off at a very convenient time for Trump because this was not a good look.
To Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy.
Boy, it's so crazy. It's so bad. I didn't like when they were talking about the going after the pacemaker and you know, before they even started going after it, they're coming and reporting it. So if in fact they could do it that way, the person would say, well, I'm not going to let that happen, right? So bad things would happen if he did not going to let that happen. I can't imagine why they would have done that. And just in terms of strategy, just one little piece, I don't know, but we have to start reporting on other subjects also and see what happens. It's a very sad situation.
And with Iran, if the whole point
Yeah,
of
I have to take off. I'll come back.
Okay, I actually completely misremembered that. That was about the Nancy Guthrie case. And he says we have to start reporting on other subjects. So once again, quite the moment to go, we got to wrap. But how does he find the perfectly insensitive, worst things to say about everything? Now knowing that, sorry, I thought my next clip is about the Prince Andrew arrest. And once again, he finds the worst things to say on it. But I guess here he's talking about Nancy Guthrie.
Just in terms of strategy, just one little piece, I don't know, but we have to start reporting on other subjects also and see what happens. It's a very sad situation.
Anytime he says we should be talking about, isn't that what he just said there? We should be reporting on other subjects. It's like always the worst time or topic to be making. Obviously with the Epstein stuff, he's like, we got to move on to other stuff. Here now, I guess he's saying about Nancy Guthrie. Really, really sad. And I hope people don't stop reporting. But I did completely misremember that clip. I apologize. Here's on Prince Andrew.
It was not a good one, Peter. What do you think?
I got a question about something big overseas today. The former Prince Andrew arrested by the police there, related to something with Jeffrey Epstein. Do you think people in this country at some point, associates of Jeffrey Epstein, will wind up in handcuffs too?
Well, you know, I'm the expert in a way because I've been totally exonerated. That's very nice. I can actually speak about it very nicely.
You are the expert, not because you've been exonerated.
I think it's a shame. I think it's very sad. I think it's so bad for the royal family. It's a very, very sad. To me, it's a very sad thing. When I see that, it's a very sad thing to see it and to see what's going on with his brother, who's obviously coming to our country very soon, and he's a fantastic man, the king. So I think it's a very sad thing. It's really interesting because nobody used to speak about Epstein when he was alive, but now they speak. But I'm the one that can talk about it because I've been totally exonerated. I did nothing. In fact, the opposite. He was against me. He was fighting me in the election, which I just found out through the last 3 million pages of documents.
So if the word exonerated means what Trump, let me word it differently. If the word exonerated means what it would have to mean for Trump to be correctly using it there, then it's very different than what the definition of exonerated is, okay? Because he is when he says the opposite of exonerated is what he was. Now, does that mean we have criminal charges? Does that mean we have a smoking gun? No, we have lots of allegations and very disturbing documentation. Literally allegations of rape against him. Oh, they're not credible. Okay, hey. That's not exonerated. That's what I can tell you. And then if you even detach from that and say court of public opinion, even if not criminal wrongdoing, we have now documentation that his supporters tried to brag about that back in 2007, 2006, 2008, right around there, he was on the phone with law enforcement saying everyone knew what Epstein was doing. Then he went on to lie and say he had no idea. So we know for sure he's lied about his relationship. We know how close his relationship was. And yes, there are numerous allegations in the Epstein files against Trump himself. An allegation is not a conviction or is not fact, but it is anything but exoneration. Oh, here was Laura Trump saying, alien files alert.
Well, this is a president, Dana, who listens to the American people. When the American people wanted more information on the MLK files, on JFK, on Jeffrey Epstein, this president said, let's release all of that. Let's give it to the American people. And I think he's listening to the American people here once again. There has been curiosity for decades about whether or not, UFOs exist, what the American government knows. And so I think at this point, President Trump is saying, you know what, let's let the American people see what we know. And I think that's a really important thing. This is the most transparent president in American history. There is no doubt about it. You never have to wonder what this president is thinking. He's also been very forthright with things like all of these files that previous presidents never.
Okay, so we don't have to do the whole, really, you're claiming he's the most transparent. I don't have energy or time to deal with that claim. But I think it was Seth Meyers and probably a bunch of other people who, for the sake of satire, would go, I bet Trump's going to announce that UFOs are actually proof of aliens, to distract from all of his other issues. Pick one off the list. And then that's actually what he's doing. Like, this is just, every time you think this can't be even more like the most sick, insane reality show you've ever seen, it is even more extreme, even more cartoonish. But the important fact is it's not a reality show. It is all too real life.